challenging. So I'm just going to do it fresh on YouTube. Um, and I might even give you a little bit more information than I gave on Facebook. So the Progressive Delegates Network, which is run by Karen Bernal and Norman Solomon in California, it's a PAC. It's one of the PACs that she has set up that has caused chaos for the Progressive Caucus in the California Democratic State Party. She has dischartered that caucus twice. Through the first time was in 2012 when she convinced the caucus to submit a resolution to prevent Obama from being endorsed. I don't know if y'all remember, but I believe he was running against Mitt Romney that year. They keep doing this shit over and over again. All right, so they decided to come out publicly and say no, we don't want to endorse him. So they got dischartered, and local progressive leaders had to do a lot of work to restore the status of the caucus. All you have to do is ask. All you got to do is ask some questions of like PDACA leaders, PDA, CA. All you got to do is ask because they have all kinds of stories to tell. Then the last time was because they set up a PAC for the Progressive Caucus. If you look at the boards of these PACs, they're all the same people. There's crossover across all of their boards. They set up another PAC, and the party came after them for the easiest possible way that they could discharter them, which was saying that they used the copyrighted name CA Dem, KDEM, without permission. So they got them on a copyright issue. They were able to discharter the chapter again. So now they're the caucus. They are now in provisional status. So she's constantly looking for like these ways of raising money. This is a group of people who are making a commitment to get money out of politics, right? They want to get money out of politics. In order to run on the Progressive Delegates Network slates, they have to sign a pledge. And that pledge includes that they will not vote for Rusty Hicks, the current chair, in the next chair cycle. However, we don't know who she intends to run. We don't know if the candidate is going to be better or worse. In the past, she has run Kim Ellis, who was a Hillary delegate in 2016, and she ran Delane Easton, who was like a 3-decade-long charter industry school advocate. And Delane, when she was running, she wouldn't even promise that she wouldn't put charter school people in her administration if she won the race. Kim also was very vague about what she would do if she was chair. They basically get a playbook from Karen about what to say so that they sound like they're progressive. So everybody who's signing up for these slates right now and signing these pledges, they're blindly signing these pledges because Karen wants her next consulting gig. She wants to run a chair candidate next year, right? For the next cycle. I think the chair's race actually comes up not in 2023. It might, but I think the chair's race, the party leadership races are actually in the even years, but I'm not positive about this. I don't know. I think it's in the, maybe not. It might actually be this year. It may be this year because I remember, but that was a special election. The 2019 situation was a special election because Eric Bauman had to step down, right? Because he had a sex scandal. I've had people in politics tell me that Eric Bauman had the best liquor cabinet they'd ever seen. So apparently, dude had a drinking problem and got a little handsy with some people, is what I heard. Okay. So Karen wants to run another chair candidate. And in the past, when Kim Ellis was running, she was asked about donations to her campaign because somebody had discovered that there was like $400,000 coming in from an undisclosed source in Europe. Getting money out of politics, right? Getting money out of politics. I'm not a huge Rusty fan. He is a labor leader, but there's some question as to how much labor experience he really has. Whether he actually was a union dues paying member, there's some questions. But I don't know the truth of that because we also have all these people out there putting out smear campaigns. So it's hard to say. Like, I don't know what his resume is. But I can tell you this. I was there when he got elected. Both times. When he got elected during the special election and when he got elected uh, for the regular election. I was at both of those conventions. And the majority of the people who voted for Rusty, they were union members and they also were Bernie Sanders supporters. The majority of the people I spoke to at those conventions who said they were voting for Rusty also said they were Bernie Sanders supporters. So while there might be some issues with what's going on with Rusty, I would wager that the donations to his campaign are mostly union dues paying working class versus Karen's candidate who got something like $400,000 from Europe. Then there's the other thing, the city council leaks. A couple years back, there was some speculation that Kevin De Leon was going to run for chair. Now, our union pack that I was walking for when I got bit by the dog, we were circulating flyers for our endorsed candidate for mayor. That was Kevin De Leon. He did not advance. Karen Bass advanced, right? So he more than likely is looking for his next move of like where he's going to go. Somebody took an illegal recording of a conversation that he had with Ron Herrera, Nuri, what was her name? She's the one who said all the racist stuff. She said a lot of racist stuff. Kevin was too weak though, and was kind of tagging along, and it wasn't good. It's not a good look, right? It's not a good look, but it was an illegal recording, and it got. Then he got accosted at a Christmas tree lighting ceremony in front of kids, where activists showed up and were. And Gil Cedillo was at that meeting too, right? Okay. He was accosted at a Christmas tree lighting ceremony by activists who were yelling obscenities in front of the children and who blocked his exit route out of the building, cornered him, and then made it out that that he was the aggressor, he was the violent person, right? That video was shared by Roots Action. If you look at Roots Action, you will see Norman Solomon is in charge of it. And Karen Bernal, I believe her husband, is on the board as well. And Hanye Jodat, on the ADEM elections, she's just going by Hanye Jodat. So, but I think she has like 3 names, right? She's with Code Pink, she's with PDA, but she works very closely with that network too. So all the same names on these boards. All the same names on these boards that are leaking smear campaigns against people and trying to control elections, right? So, by knocking Kevin out when there was some speculation that he might actually run for chair, that clears the field for Karen to have her next job. And that's basically what these delegates are signing up for, is to, they are saying, I'm not going to vote for Rusty. Well, then who are you going to vote for? You're going to do Karen Bernal's bidding. is what you're going to do. And you don't know where that money's coming from. Tell them to disclose the money. Because I can guarantee you that the majority of the campaign contributions that would go to Rusty are probably union dues workers donating to that campaign. Sure, he might take some money here and there from other things. And that's the thing, it's a private organization, so they don't have to disclose where the money comes from. But I can tell you straight up, Kim, in a debate, refused to say where something like $400,000 came from, and all we know is it originated from Europe. But I'm sure you all are so good at getting money out of politics, right? You're so good at getting money out of politics. You just blindly sign up for this fucking bullshit network every single cycle, and everything she touches comes with a smear campaign. Everything she touches comes with a smear campaign. I think that last smear campaign that you all tried to run through Root's action with your video really fucking backfired on you. Because if you look at the video, those activists were hostile and aggressive and cutting off his route. And it is illegal to impede somebody's ability to move forward. Plus, it came out that they have apparently been stalking him and harassing him for a year. That's long before the tape was released. Long before the tape was released. So we're going into another very hostile ADEM cycle. And she's going to lose again. She knows she loses every fucking time, y'all. She loses every goddamn time because she doesn't care about the progressive community. She doesn't care about you guys all getting representation for your communities. She cares about having control over your vote so that she can just put pressure on the people, it's mostly labor leaders, let's be real, who actually win positions. And she wants to just put pressure and filibuster and make it difficult and get jobs. That's the main goal, is that she's creating consulting jobs for herself. And you all stupid motherfuckers keep playing along with this every goddamn cycle. Every goddamn cycle. You accept her smear campaigns. You sign her stupid ass pledges. I've had activists throughout Orange County tell me how uncomfortable they are with the fucking pledges that she wants you to sign. They're different every time. But how are you representing your community? You're an individual representing your community. If you have to sign a fucking commitment to that fascist bitch, how are you an individual at that point representing your community? Are you reporting to your constituents or to Karen? Who owns you?